Whoa, what's that?
Eggs.
Eggs.
Unknown egg.
It's an egg.
Yeah, but where does it come from? I don't know. It was right next to those ferrets.
A bird's cloaca.
Oh, I'll mix it up. I'll do double spins now.
That's actually kind of cute.
Whee!
That's actually pretty cute.
Who needs amusement parks when you have this?
But that reminds me, something you always hear it one way but never the other. Like, if a game's too hard, they're like, oh, you should make it easier. You should have a mode so that people can play more easily. And like, whatever. But you never hear it the other way. You never hear of anyone agreeing that an easy game should have a super duper hardcore survival mode or something. They always go, oh, well, it's just a casual game. You should go play something harder then.
Yeah, if you want a harder experience,
and how about if you want to play something easier, then just go play something easier then, instead of begging for your easy mode.
Yeah, if you're gonna have it one way, you have to be willing to have it the other way.
And like, again, I don't care if people want to add it in as an option, whatever. I'm just saying it's really hypocritical that I always hear people saying that hard games should have easy modes for little babies, but if you want a casual game to be harder, well, then screw yourself to go play something that's harder. Like, you never hear of anyone going like, I want to play a hard Harvest Moon game that's really difficult. And someone goes, oh yeah, we should have a hard mode where, like, you have to actually eat or take care of your cows or they'll die. Well, actually, in Harvest Moon, you do have to take care of your cows or they'll die. So that wasn't a good example. But, you know, stuff like that. Because I know I've heard people in Pokemon say, can I please have an option to take the EXP share off?
Yeah.
And so many people always defend it and just go like, no, it's the intended experience to have the EXP share on to make the game easier. Just ignore it. Why is it such a big deal? You know, you don't have to grind so much.
It's better. It's like, well, I don't care if it's better. If I want a worse experience,
it's better for like the first hour, and then everything's 20 levels over everything else, and the rest of the game is even more
that's the problem. People do
easy.
use the excuse of, oh, the EXP share being permanently on is the intended game experience. Well, if it's the intended game experience, then why is it that you wind up 20 levels over-leveled everywhere you go in the game? That can't be the intended game experience, right?
I would hope not.
I mean, what's the point of a leveling system? If things you're encountering are level 20 and you're level 40, like, isn't that the point of a level in an RPG? Like, in general, in any RPG game, a level is a generic indicator to help you, the player, gauge if you are ready or not for that fight. If you are close to the same level as the encounter, then yeah, it probably means it'll be a slight challenge, but you can handle it. Vice versa. If you're level 20 and you go up against level 30, yeah, it might be possible, but you should know that you're getting into a tough fight. So how is it possible that if you're level 40 and you go up against level 20 things, that's the intended experience?
I mean, there's whole Let's Plays and stuff are built on this, where people take pretty much any game with a leveling system and go, can I beat the whole game at level 1? Can I beat the whole game using only items? And stuff like that. And it's like, is that the intended game experience? Probably not. But it obviously can work if you're strategic enough about it. If you maybe have to exploit a couple glitches or anything. But if that's how the person enjoys the game and that's how they have fun, why would you want to take that away from them? Why would you have to say, no, this is wrong, you're not allowed to play this way, and if you do, you're excluding everyone else? Or even just enjoying character designs. Oh, you enjoy this character, and I think that their boobs are too big. Well, okay. I mean, people with giant boobs exist in real life, fake or not. So, how about you just calm down?
Yeah, it's like, okay, you're allowed to be offended about that.
Oh, but there's more characters that exist with big boobs than not in real life. Well, so what? It's fantasy.
Yeah, it's a video game.
Also, I kind of view character design as a way... I mean, let's take a look at it this way. When you look at ads... Oh, you did find Apple's house.
I found it! This whole rant has been me trying to find Emple's place because I couldn't remember. Can you mark it on the map?
Can you put markers?
Where am I? It's in Kurken. It's in the old town. I'll just have to remember it's in the old town top right corner.
Okay.
Okay. Continue.
But when you look at ads, you would assume that the point of an ad is to kind of overblow everything just a bit, at least a bit, because otherwise it's not going to stand out from other ads and catch your attention. And so, you need to have people in the ad look good. You need the product to look better than it probably will in real life, because you need people to pay attention to it in the first place. Character designs in a video game, especially stuff like this, where it's like pleasing, nice anime art styles, you need good, attractive character designs. And I don't just mean sexually attractive, although that's fine. You need pleasing to look at. They are not ugly. They are not disgusting or gross looking. Unless you're making a horror game where the point is to be disturbed and disgusted, 99% of the time you're probably going to want people who look better than most people in real life. And I know that's like not what a lot of people want to hear, but come on. You tell me you don't enjoy looking at pleasing things more than unpleasing things.
Yeah. It's like, for example, like a lot of people do the excuse of, oh no, look at all the sexy ladies in games, and it makes all the, regular women out there feel like, oh no, why aren't there people that look like me in the games?
I don't know, if you're over the age of 10 and you're feeling threatened by a 2D image that is never going to be real, maybe you're the one with self-esteem issues that you might need to work out yourself.
Yeah. But like,
you shouldn't even be comparing yourself to real people like that, let alone a 2D cartoon image.
Yeah. But like, going back to that, now look at me. I'm one of the wimpiest looking dudes out there possible. You think I'm gonna look at Doom Guy and Master Chief and freaking characters like that and feel threatened? Like, I don't care. If anything, it's kind of like a fantasy thing, like an escape, like, oh man, look, I'm playing this really tough burly
let me
dude.
ask you a question. A lot of people argue that Kratos and Doom Guy and all those types of handsome, buff male characters don't count as the same thing because they're male power fantasies. How do you feel about that? Do you feel that that applies at all?
No, why would it being a male power fantasy not be the same thing as like a woman fantasy?
Well, like, I never hear the phrase female power fantasy. What is a female power fantasy? Like
Lara
Croft. My female power fantasy would be to look really hot and be able to kick everybody's butt.
Yeah, like Lara Croft. She's rich, she kicks butt, she goes on crazy adventures, and she's hot. Like, how much can you get more than a female power fantasy than that? Or Samus Aran, intergalactic bounty hunter, destroyer of planets, genocider of races.
People are probably terrified of her.
Yeah, Zero Suit Samus is known for being hot. Like, okay, there's another one. And the list goes on. There are tons of crazy...
People complain about her because she looks hot.
Yeah, it's like, okay, big deal. Guess
so
what? There are ugly females in games.
Yeah, and mostly made by Western developers of current day. I'm sorry. But,
and guess what? They're less interesting,
and guess what? Nobody remembers them. Nobody finds them memorable. No one finds them likable because they also have pretty nasty personalities of, I am better than men because I am a girl, and that automatically makes me better. Which, by the way, I don't care if you're a man or a woman. If you treat the opposite sex like that, you are going to get on my nerves. People are people. You don't do that to them. You don't judge people based on their genitals like that.
Yeah.
You're not automatically better because you're a man. You are not automatically better because you're a woman. Opposite sex is not automatically worse because they are blah blah blah, because of raising, because of societal expectations. You should sympathize with each other because of societal expectations. I do think that men and women have different societal expectations. I do think we should work on making that suck less, but that's why you should sympathize with each other, not demonize. And I'm not mad. I know I sound heated, but I'm just very passionate. I just want people to treat each other like human beings. I don't want people to be like, you're not allowed to like pretty things. You're not allowed to find this attractive. You're not allowed to do this or that. If people want to enjoy thing, let them enjoy thing. If you don't like that they enjoy thing, if you really think it's that morally incorrect, work on changing their hearts, or like, I don't know how to phrase it, but like, work on just trying to help them change their hearts so maybe they don't like that type of nasty stuff anymore. If it's nasty, I don't know. But don't say you're not allowed to have thing. And please don't guilt people. Trying to guilt people is the #1 way to have them continue doing thing out of spite.
Yeah, out of spite.
Humans are very spiteful creatures. We are very nasty, we are very spiteful, and we don't like being told what we can and can't do. So just don't do that to people, or you'll really lock them in to just keep doing the exact thing you don't want them to do. I'm sorry, I'm not as mad as I sound. I'm just very passionate, and I don't get to talk about this kind of stuff very often. Anyway, back to big, beautiful thigh lady.
Anyways, back to hot ladies.
Hot anime ladies.
Okay.
With cute hats.
So I still don't really know what I'm doing here. We learned how to morph recipes, but I don't really know what that means, and I don't think I have the items.
Well, we have cloth and ingot. We need to make ingot.
Yeah, I need to make some cloth. I just don't know if there's other stuff I need to add to it or not. Looks like I can make a large bone.
Yeah, you need to make a large bone. Put a large bone in there. That should make the scythe. Oh!
Can I do it?
Yes!
Reaper Scythe recipe has changed. Execute synthesis. Yes.
I think so, yeah. Alright, let's put attack charge and maybe quality. Okay. See, that should put it all in there then, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I checkmarked that stuff.
Alright, we have a Reaper Scythe.
But remember, you have to equip it.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't just use it.
Learn how to make Reaper Scythe.
Because everything has to have a menu.
I made a JPEG!
Oh boy, I made a PNG file.
Oh, no, that's high quality. I don't think we made a PNG just yet.
Okay, now we can get tomatoes.
Okay, we can switch tools.
Okay. That's good.
Single gathering point. Yeah. Okay.
What happens if we approach a tomato with a hammer? We make ketchup.
Obtained ketchup.
Obtained ketchup. Smash with hammer. So we made better equipment.
Our thighs have gotten larger.
It's all that exercise of bending over and throwing ingredients into the pot.
Beehives. Beehives.
I hope they're all dead.
If only they behave.
That's hilarious!
Flammable bark.
Oh, I see. You can scythe a tree. It gives you different stuff.
Okay.
That's cool.
It's like you're scraping the bark off the tree.
I know the game told us that, but it's cool to actually see it. And honestly, I think that's the problem with the tutorials in this game. Like, technically, on paper, the tutorials are fine and they work. But... oh, the fruit still goes there. It's the fact that they usually don't force you into the situation that you need to know the stuff. They just literally tell you as if they gave you a piece of note. Like a note with the information written on it. And that's not really that helpful.
For most people, I would say no.
I just feel bad for the mom. I mean, look at how big Ryza was. Imagine how big she was as a baby.
She was probably a chunky baby.
Yeah. She was probably a Michelin baby.
You get those, like, sometimes you've seen those cute, really, really fat little babies that have, like, the biggest cheeks and tons of rolls of fat.
Mm-hmm. My sister was like that.
My brother was like that.
We called her the Michelin baby.
Rolls and rolls.
Because she looked like the Michelin man. I am here to help you with the harvest. You need 5 of these things. Let me give you the worst quality ones.
What? This is your father. You give him some decent fruit.
20. 19.
What?
19.
No.
19.
No.
Ooh, 16. Nice. Thanks for your help, Ryza. If you have any more, go ahead and take them back home.
Finally done. You picked 5 fruit.
Normally you ignore us when we ask. Because I would have gotten a... yeah, because she's selfish. At least she admitted it.
Ryza, do you even care about your family?
She's thinking about JPEGs. How can she love her family? What are you doing here?
I have other business.
It was a coincidence.
So have this.
A new alchemy book.
Maybe this is the book I needed.
New adventures. I'll be going.
You came here to give us a book. Well, thank you.
But he also said it was a coincidence.
Maybe he's just a tsundere.
He's a tsundere teacher. I don't love my student. I just care for her. From behind the scenes. Alright, let's warp back to the house then and see if there's anything new we can make. I guess we'll get a cutscene first.
Or we get friends.
And she's just gonna force us to go somewhere.
We want to see Claudia.
Oh yeah, it's been days since we've seen her. Alright, what do these do? Let's go down here. Adds a trait slot. Add gas. Oh no. It literally adds gas.
I don't know. I guess that makes a bomb.
I want all of my woodcutter axes to add gas. She's getting pretty good at making those JPEGs though.
I know, maybe someday we'll be able to make PNGs.
The axe can be equipped and used as an exploration item. For a second I thought it said an explosion item. I was like, oh, that's why it added gas. Swing. Swing.
Wood.
Swing. Dang, I'll give her credit. She's really putting her back into that.
Oh, we
Beat
didn't
your
use
booty.
the axe.
That's okay. Unleash an order. And another order.
Okay, so you figured out the orders.
Yeah, they just kind of pop up on screen. I just gotta pay attention to what they're looking for.
So you just gotta perform the action and that other character will get the order?
Yeah.
That's odd. I guess it's like teamwork.
Swing!
Swing!
Chop your claws off.
Slowly understanding the battle system.
It's still a little too fast-paced for me. Like, I'm sure it'll feel fine once I've gotten a few more battles under my belt. But I wish it could have like a slow-mo sort of mode or whatever. Well, if being an alchemist doesn't work, Thyza could always try out for baseball. Having to deal with a daughter like you.
I'm kind of on one side.
Yeah. Just keep rowing.
Yeah, don't face your problems.
Don't grow as a person. Hey Mom, look at all this cool stuff I found.
It's just a bunch of wood and bones. What are you doing with bones? I'm trying to summon a demon, Mom. I need bones.
It's not a phase, Mom.
It's not a phase, Mom. I got my own cauldron and everything.
Alright, Lent, you seem to know what you're doing, so just lead the way. Ooh, fancy house. I like her, straightforward approach to things.
Let's just do the thing.
She just barges right in. Are we just sitting in their living room, just waiting? Oh, okay, no, she is here.
Okay.
So she moved here.
Why would they move to Dinky Land?
I don't know, everyone's trying to move out. Sounds like our town. Our town is full of people who want nothing more than to leave, and yet it's like one of the fastest growing towns.
Well, all the rich people are moving in, buying everything.
Yeah. And they're the boring rich people that just do nothing but sit around all day. So there's nothing to do in town. There's nothing interesting. The only movie theater we had closed down. Basically we got Walmart to hang out in, and that's it.
Every video game store shut down. And
Yeah,
none of them
any
exist
local
anymore.
game stores that sold cards and used games and stuff, they're gone. Stern Man.
Stern Man.
He says, hello,
I am
children.
Stern Man. I am here to teach you how to be stern. Goodbye.
We said what's up, and then he just walks away.
Just like...
These kids and their newfangled lingo. I don't know what's up other than the roof. What do you have to say for yourself?
I thought he said raisin. I cannot read.
She is a raisin head.
I am a raisin. Ryza the Raisin. That's my new name.
Don't have anywhere to go.
Call me that or die.
That sounds like something she'd say.
Face the wrath of my rod. Oh no, that sounded terrible.
She's pointing at us and laughing. Don't make fun of me, Ryza. I'm trying my best.
My rod. I'm very sensitive about it.
And then we immediately warp her to her room. Go to your room, Ryza. You've had enough for one day.
Woohoo! Welcome to my atelier.
You gonna do that every time you bring someone here?
Hey, it's her room.
Yeah. She actually refers to us as an alchemist.
Oh, how nice. Oh, so she's the only one impressed by her room.
Apparently. It's probably because Lint and Tal have known her since they were children.
Well, when you've known someone long enough, they're not special anymore because you've taken advantage of how long you're around them.
It's not a big deal or anything, but
It sure looks fancy.
it sounds like it's gonna be a big deal.
Every time
It's
they say
a flute!
Oh, that's a pretty flute.
I do like that flute. I wonder if someone has made a real-life replica of this flute.
I'm sure they have. I like flutes. They're very pleasing to look at instrument. There's no way I could ever play one, but it's very pretty.
Yes, play your music for us.
Play music! You guys are the kings of insensitive. What are you talking about? You've been nothing but rude to your best childhood friend
they're
this whole time.
insensitive to Ryza, but not to anyone else.
Well, only your bestest friends get to be insensitive to you. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
they get a pass. Why is he asking his daughter if she's busy?
She
is
hates
never
doing
busy.
anything for her family.
Get some goat meat. I just noticed I'm out. Yes, you do. You have to.
Just give her things in return
Oh,
and she'll
you'll
do
give
things
me
for her.
money? Yeah, sure, totally. Actually, yeah, you know what? I was heading to the shop anyways.
Bear of a man.
Bear of a man.
I guess that means
it's his dad.
Gust's dad.
Knock it off, old man. What are you even doing here anyway?
Brad. When was the last time he even looked at his son's best friend?
Apparently a long time.
This is like the smallest island since the one in Wind Waker that you start on. Like, how does he go this long not seeing her? Well, good luck getting your goods, because this is like one of the only shops in town.
No wonder Mom ran off.
Yeah, you're one of my childhood friends. I would know all this already.
Also, why
you don't
didn't
have
you
to tell
go
me.
with her?
Only one piece of goat meat.
You had me come
There's
all
only
the way
one
down
goat
here.
in town.
You had me come all the way down here
What do a goat tastes like?
Yeah, I've had goat before.
Oh, is
at
that Turkish restaurant?
Yeah, at the Turkish restaurant.
The Turkish.
The Turkish restaurant.
Did you like it?
No, it was very, very tough.
It was chewy.
Yeah, it was very chewy. Almost gristly.
Ugh, I don't like gristle.
It had kind of a gamey flavor to it, like deer, but it was...
You've had deer?
Yeah, I've had deer.
When?
Girl, I grew up in the boonies. I've had me some deer.
Okay. Oh, but you didn't eat any chicken feet.
Oh, hey, Ryza, if you want more money, go talk to people around town. I'm sure they have side quests, things that they might want you to do.
Look for people with question marks over their heads. They might have quests.
You have an affinity for JPEGs. Just look for the question mark JPEG. Alright,
Ryza,
fine,
master of the JPEGs.
That should be the next game in the series. I'm trying to go grab all the question marks. That way I can have them in our backlog.
Well, there are some on this map.
There are a couple.
There are a couple.
There's a few of them. The little buggers. Question mark.
You should really let that southern out more often. It's quite funny.
I need to let my southern out just a little bit more. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
Helping her legs. That sounds like a side quest they could have used in Blue Reflection. Not enough information to accept? What are you talking about?
You don't have...
I have to learn a recipe.
You can't make the item to help her, so you can't accept it.
Well,
I kind of appreciate that, actually.
What do you want?
Well, we're having a cutscene, so it must be important.
Rolf!
Rolf!
I'm a son of a shepherd! I'm a slow handyman!
Whoa-ho!
Why is Agatha walking like that? That looked so uncomfortable.
That looked so boring and slow.
You do look like you have a lot of free time.
No one comes to this shop, I bet. I mean, look, he's just got like 3 bags of flour and some big slab of rock.
I should go find out what everyone thinks of Rolf. Talk to people in the Bowden district, Old Town and Kurken Port.
What does it matter to know about this guy? He's not sketchy. He's gonna go gossip about his life?
Oh, she's trying to find work for him.
Oh.
So she wants to know...
That is not what it made it sound like.
Yeah, so she wants to know what people basically need and what they think of him. Oh, we have stuff.
Oh, then turn it in.
Let's just turn it in.
Oh, thank goodness. Just take it.
Report.
We get 200 monies.
Oh, actually I have to turn stuff in, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Let's give him the cheapest stuff.
You are so stingy.
Why would I give him the best quality stuff when I could just give him the worst quality? I don't know who all I need to talk to for Rolf, but I guess I'll just go find people who don't fade out of existence at the mere sight of me. You know, that doesn't make me feel too good about myself.
Yeah, I hate that in real life, when you're just walking by people and then they phase out of existence just to get away from you. Oh my gosh,
No,
it's so terrifying.
It keeps happening.
It's terrifying.
Something to ground me in reality. But these two people don't have names or JPEGs over their heads. I don't know what to do. They are useless to me.
I'm just gonna steal these sacks. Screw the rules.
If she sees a sack, it's hers.
If it's in a sack, I'm gonna jack it. I don't know. Hey-ya! Oh boy, he's training.
Oh man, I love how in RPGs you always see a character with a sword just plant it in the ground. Like it's totally fine. And they treat it like that's not the worst way to dull a blade.
Oh no, don't you bring up his drunk dad! Even though I did just now.
As his son, it's your responsibility to do something about your drunk dad? What?
No.
That was an oxymoron. If Lent's not a kid anymore, then his dad isn't responsible for him, which means it goes the other way around too. Every time I try to warp somewhere, someone stops and talks to me.
Oh, okay. Now she wants to talk to us.
Oh, we're just with our dad?
Oh. Did she say she was gonna fetch him?
No, we just walked into town and RYZA'S all like, oh yeah, I'm here helping my dad. I'm glad we saw that.
Maybe everything is time gated, technically, and so, you know, you need to let a day pass, and then you're just like, oh, I'm helping Dad.
How many more important people will appear?
Well, that's Boss's dad, so now we need Drunk Dad, and then we'll have all the dads. We'll have the full dad collection.
Yeah, that's usually what parents do.
What?
When they brag on their child, it's really just a way to one-up the other adults, to make them feel like they're more special than they are.
I love how every single person says this place sucks to live in. Oh, she's cute!
Rami.
I like her little red jacket thingy.
Yeah. New wares.
Ooh, okay, are you a new shop? Can you give me books? And we ran off.
Ryza.
Ryza, you can't just keep running off.
You gotta give her a bunch of wheat. Just go back and give it to her.
Wheat! Give the poor girl some wheat.
I will give you my worst wheat.
This is a sweet little girl trying to start a shop, and you're gonna give her nasty wheat.
Yes. I gave you a JPEG of wheat. That's the same thing, right?
I can smell the JPEG.
When it was grown by a cute young girl, it just flies off the shelf.
Sure.
Sure,
they'll just believe that.
Well, actually, in modern day, when you tell someone, oh, this meat, the cow lived a great life. It was fed and it was massaged. Yeah, people eat that stuff up.
You think it's a lie?
Yeah, it's totally a lie. And even if it's not, does it really matter?
Yes, it matters. It matters if it was fed a healthy diet and.
Well, yeah, happy. It matters if it fed a happy diet. Yeah,
if it's less stressed, I think that does affect the quality of meat.
Yeah, to an extent.
Rolf.
He delivers fish. This Rolf guy literally just delivers. He's just a delivery man.
Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with being a delivery boy.
No, they're nature's unsung heroes. Give me
your
fish oil.
Give fish oil. Yay!
They're all just taking care of their own problems. Nobody's gonna ask for help unless it's something really big. Help with anything, Coupon. Now we're depressed. We obtained depression thanks to that quest.
I have obtained depression. Yes, I'm oppressed because no one accepts my large size.
I can't remember the last time I saw him sober.
I'm not a grown-up.
They keep telling these kids that they're not kids anymore, but they're also not grown-ups.
Well, that means they're teenagers, because that's what they tell teenagers.
I know, it's so unfair. Like, either you're a kid or you're not. I mean, I get that there's a level of maturity, but that's why you just keep calling teenagers kids. Because they aren't mentally adults yet. So that means they are children.
Especially the older you get, you learn there's adults, and then there's children, and there's absolutely nothing else.
And I know teenagers often think, oh, well, I'm not a kid anymore. Yeah, well, you're also not an adult, so it doesn't matter. You're still a kid.
That sounds a bit harsh, but yes, that's basically true. Oh, we learned some books.
Oh, we learned something.
I don't know where we got a book.
Common paper. Paper, yeah!
Paper!
And
make Zettel.
Solid fuel.
Solid fuel and mixing oil. None of that is used to make fishing rods.
Don't really know how we learned how to do this, but we did.
Yeah, I guess we got a book, and it taught us by reading and nodding.
Make better use of time while crossing the lake.
Better use of time? You're sitting on a boat. What else can you do?
We could do a little fishing. I'm good at that.
Well, maybe if I could figure out how to make a fishing rod, we'd be able to do that.
Oh, she's off in her own little world again.
Well, she's a pretty good leader compared to these two. Because she'll just go and actually do the thing.
Oh, she's thinking about making this place her atelier.
Oh, this is the secret hideout.
Because no one else comes here.
What are you doing here?
Where are your friends? Excuse me?
There's a goat in a tree. And it's jumping down on its own. Bah.
Goats like to eat paper, right? You want some paper?
Well, look, I know goats can eat anything, but does that mean it's healthy for them?
Oh, that was a
Goats
surprise
will
attack.
eat anything, but they need to eat high quality paper.
Sack. He was guarding a sack. Was it really worth it to die for a sack?
Give me your sack. Hiya. We could probably go back to the beach.
That's a big slime.
That is a very... No, no. Oh, no, you know that thing's gonna be too strong.
It might be. We'll have to find out.
Oh, no, we're not doing any damage.
It's got over 400
Throw a
HP.
bomb at it. Throw the bomb.
Fish oil, bomb. Throw a bomb. I mean, it did something.
Okay. Just level up your tactics.
Yeah, I'm gonna focus on doing basic attacks first then.
Maybe spam a couple grass beads. Okay, you're not doing too bad.
Yeah, not doing too bad.
This might be doable.
Oh, we broke him. Good.
What does break mean?
I think it just kind of stuns him for a little bit.
Okay, maybe he got stunned somehow, and that's good.
What does this one do? Decent amount of HP. Oh!
Uh-oh. What is that?
I don't know, but
I would
maybe...
try to do some knockback.
Yeah, I need to kill this thing quick. He's almost dead.
He's gonna... Oh, no. Oh, no, kill him. Throw a bomb or something. Oh, no.
Okay, well, it killed Tao,
Well,
but...
okay, poor Leo. Tao, he's good.
And then it died. Does he get experience still, even though he's dead?
I think so. Yep.
He does, good.
I hate games where you don't get experience if the character's dead.
Yes.
They were in the battle. That counts. Please. Whee! What's that?
Are you, friend or foe?
Touch it. Touch it.
Check it out. I do not have any items
Well, that
which can
sucks.
be used. My honed sneak back home techniques. Wait, what is he doing here? Are you day drunk again?
You know, he's probably drunk because his wife left him and he's really sad and nobody cares to like, help him through this.
No, he said it's always nag, nag, nag with you, just like, and then he trailed off. He was probably gonna say his wife before she left him.
I would have slapped him.
Eat some vegetables.
Why are you so nice and helpful? Oh boy, I guess I'll just forget all about it then.
No, I'm just gonna stir my pot.
I'm just gonna store my pot of unicorn piss. Okay, he's slowly learning more from
She doesn't know what an encyclopedia is.
and yet she can read alchemy text. I hope she learns how to, like, care about people by the end.
Empathy.
Yeah, because right now, unless it benefits her, she doesn't care.
My final goal is that tower. Okay, so we couldn't have even done that tower quest, even if we wanted to. No one's ever tried to reach it.
It's just a tower.
It's a forbidden field.
Well, once Dad yells at him, and yet we just kind of ignore that.
Yep. Alright, how do I auto-add?
That's... Ew, what was that?
It's my legs and butt and everything. Who are you calling a Kurken fruit?